The sixth round of the GTR WC was in Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca for the second half of their North American doubleheader, which saw Ricardo Losa take the pole for Chevrolet's home race. Alongside him on the front row would be Raffaele Malna, lead championship contender in the 27 IBR Alitalia Ferrari. However, at the start, it would be Ricardo Losa nearly asleep at the start, giving Raffaele Malna a clean getaway. Behind him, Frankie von Nijtwerk in the local Rojo Lamborghini would take third from Stefan Kuntz, who was replacing Darren Cardell in the lead driver position for the 03 Solo Lamborghini. However, only a few laps into the race, the lead Ambrose Milan Ferrari, who won last time out at Mosport, would lose the pack with its Michelin tires on the Ferrari 550, dropping off dramatically much earlier than it was expected, leaving the top 12, the 19 GP lister, the 42 Ambrose Milan, and one of the Chris Short cars being the last cars in this lead pack. The only one that would escape this lead pack would be the 11th best in the world Lamborghini, driven at this moment by local boy Randall Wade. With the clean air in front of him, Randall Wade would make a pretty big gap on the cars behind. Stefan Kuntz would jump up to second at this point, but a big bobble at this point allowed Frankie von Nijtwerk to take up his place after Raffaele Malna had a big bobble course through and went on to the dirt and lost a lot of time. But with the massive pace at the front, there was little time before they caught the rear end of the car of the lead lap, and Stefan Kuntz chose to pit very early to see if he can catch some clean air. But behind him there was a huge gaggle of cars being held up by lap cars, and Stefan Kuntz would exit the pits, and right behind him would be the leader overall in Ricardo Losa, pretty much saving his race as he was now deep in the scrap. But Ricardo Losa would not get much help from the lap cars, having to force his way by the Luxury Viper, who would slow down to a near halt and get run into by the Pollo Pollo Lister. Both would be out on the spot. Randall Wade did catch up to the rear end of the lap of the top 10 lead group, and pretty much would have saved his race and give him a huge run of independent points. This would be the closest point that Ricardo Losa did attempt to get Stefan Kuntz a lap down, but he would pit with his teammate a couple laps later, leaving the 77 Arrow Racing Corvette, the last car on the lead lap, and Darren Cardell, the new leader of the race, with Frankie von Nijtwerk handing it over to Helena Bavarian and continuing the independent lead. But this incident in front of the leader with the 54 Chris Short Ferrari and the 39 Matthias Keller car caused some pretty major front end damage to 03, who had basically nowhere to go, as the whole track was pulled up in front of him. Everyone was blocked off. Next car to have bigger problems would be the 62, who would retire with brakes failures, and the 03 would pit again, having to force by the 20 GP lister. He would exit out the pit lane with clean air, and the scrap was on. The 73 JLD Sleeve was having issues all day with Tommy Douglas helping out with F2R commitments. The 26 would pit, and the last car to pit would be the 19 GP lister, who using its extended fuel range to try and make up as much ground as possible, but he lost so much time trying to conserve fuel that the 03 had caught up to him anyway, and was going to take the lead almost on demerit. But the 26, now with Jordan McKenna behind the wheel to take it home, was not taken out without a fight. The 03 would have lots of troubles with lap cars at the far end of the race, and was going to give Jordan McKenna all the opportunities he can to get back to the lead, which he would get from the penultimate corner of Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, a powering pass on the outside, and then making that pass stick with putting a lap car between them at the last corner, and it would be all that he needs to win at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, making him the first repeat winner in the GTR WC with their win at Malaysia. The winning independent car would be the only one that was remaining on the lead lap with the 32 local Rojo Lamborghini. The next round of the GTR WC was at the Norrisring in Germany. See you next time.